OMGs, boys, girls, in-betweeners, Red Gambit here recording another kind of musical intro. How you doing? Hahaha, my god guys, we are back with another video for the Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite because I am hype as balls for this game. I don't know how hype balls can actually be. I'm assuming they have a threshold which is relatively high compared to normal humans, but that aside, I'm still very much looking forward to seeing some more Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Now, that out of the way, let's talk about returning characters for this series because we don't know anything about this series beyond the initial 6 characters that have been announced for the game so far. But I will tell you, there are some little rumors flying about that there will be mutants back there in the game as well. Yes! I know, it's amazing! There's been a lot of fear and speculation in the community that there's not going to be any mutants in the game, but the latest word from the very same person who did leak the initial teaser, the very concept that there was going to be another Marvel vs. Capcom game, has said that it's a done deal and there will be mutants in the game, but they will be DLC. So there's a little bit of news for you if you haven't heard already. Now, let's get down to this. Let's get back into this. Who should return? We're talking big characters here. There's a lot of expectations. There's a lot of people hoping and praying that their favorite character makes it in the game, and that's why I'm making this video of my personal top 5 characters that I would like to see return to Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Now, these are returning characters. These are not new characters. That will be a separate video. But that aside, let's jump right into this. So, number 5 is X-23. Now, I've always liked X-23 more than Wolverine. I've always found Wolverine to be kind of a bland character in the Marvel Universe because he gets overused so much. He shows up in everything, even in places where he has no business showing up. So to have X-23 in Marvel Comics, I think is something of a breath of fresh air. It's the same kind of character, but I think she has a little bit more depth as well. I think she does have that very tortured childhood to kind of fall back on for a little bit more character depth, so that's one of the reasons that I do really like her. The other reason is that she is a very fast and aggressive character. Okay, and also one more thing is that there has been a very long-running joke of Rule 63 on this channel. I do love me some Rule 63, and that's why I think that X-23 should absolutely be in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Now, number 4, Venom! Now, before I go any further, I want to stipulate, I want to throw down some contractual obligations that this has to be the Eddie Brock version of Venom. We're not talking any Matt Gargan, any Flash Thompson, none of that crap, because the current Marvel in the Marvel Comics universe is absolute garbage. He's fucking terrible. He's being piloted by Flash Thompson, and he's a good guy, and his suit looks dumb, and it's just bad all around. No, we are talking classic 1990s Eddie Brock bad guy Venom. And if you go back to the previous Marvel vs. Capcom games, he has an amazingly cool sprite. I love the design of this character. It's got the classic Venom suit, it's got that big emerald on his chest. He just looks freaking badass. And I mean, come on, Marvel, they do know that Venom is an incredibly popular character. I would be shocked if this guy didn't make it in the game. And there's also a lot of really cool things that can be done with this sprite as well. I mean, the guy transforms his suit into a lot of things, like a giant head, or a shield, or whatever. It's great. I think they could be a very interesting addition to the roster if they play their cards right. Now, number 3 is Albert Wesker. Yes, Wesker! One of the original Capcom bad guys, and he is just the baddest of the bad. I mean, one reason I really love to see Wesker in this game is because we're not going to see him in any more games. Not only has he been killed off in Resident Evil 5, but the producer went on to say that he is absolutely, positively not coming back. That he is dead, done, gone, finito. So if you want to get more Wesker, this is pretty much the only way it's going to happen. Now, another reason is that Douglas Adams, the voice of Wesker from Resident Evil 5, is just, he is the quintessential Wesker. I think he did the best job of voicing the character. He makes him sound incredibly, not only unique, but just damn cool to listen to. My god. He is the ultimate bad guy. He's got the teleports, he's got the trench coat, he's got that 10% damage buff where he takes off his glasses. Come on, let's get some Wesker into our Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Number 2 is Dante. Now, let's bring back the one true Dante, voiced by Ruben Langdon. Let's just erase the legacy of Dante from the Devil May Cry reboot from our minds. That was a great game, it was a fine game, but it had no right to be called DMC. It does not belong where there's only one Dante. We know exactly who it is. This guy is stylish. He's got swag. He's got so many goddamn tools. And I will say that if we do get some Dante in our Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, I would like the Devil May Cry 3 version. The Devil May Cry 4 version is just, I don't know, man. Those chaps, those spurs, I don't really like the look that much. I prefer the younger, bare-chested Dante. Those muscles. Oh my. Very sexy. Do love it. Very good. Would love to get some Dante in there as well, which brings us down to our number 1 pick for Marvel vs. Capcom. Are you even surprised? Are you even shocked by this? It's Gambit. Come on, who else was it gonna be? It's the name of the channel. He's in the front of every video. This guy has been my favorite Marvel character pretty much since the 90s cartoons, basically. Like that voice of them cartoons, to me, he was the ultimate, not only just cool guy, but he was lazy man, he was suave, he was slick, he was everything a boy's role model should be, and I would just be absolutely crestfallen if he did not make it into this game. He's been a very big part of the Marvel vs. Capcom franchise pretty much since day one, since the X-Men vs. Street Fighter games, since the original Marvel vs. Capcom, everything. There's been a Gambito in there, and the fact that he did not make it into Marvel vs. Capcom 3 was one of the main reasons that I didn't actually pick up the game when it came out. I just couldn't find characters I liked, and the fact that Gambit wasn't in there was a very big part of that. So I would love to see him in there. You know, he is easily one of the most popular X-Men characters behind Wolverine. So please, Marvel, on the off chance you hear this, for the love of God, get us some Gambit, get us some Raging Cajun in this game, please. Alright guys, that's it, that's all. I hope you enjoyed this list. I hope you agree, or at least don't want to shout angry things at me for my list of the top 5 characters that I personally would like to see return to Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. If you have your own characters that I've missed, please, by all means, list them below, and I'd love to hear from each and every single one of you. But until then, kisses, hugs, belly rubs. I will see all of you very soon.